Well, celebrated every March, Social Worker Month does much more than shine a spotlight on the profession. It gives us a chance to recognize and honor the people who dedicate their lives to helping children and families. So today, I'd like to welcome two very special guests from Franklin County Children's Services. We have David Payton and Janet Stevens, both social workers and so much more, really, in the grand scheme of things. So thanks for being with me.
Good morning.
David, we'll start with you and kind of just tell us a little bit about your history, what you do with Franklin County Children's Services.
Well, I'm an ongoing caseworker with Franklin County Children's Services. I've been doing ongoing work for over 17 years now. 17
years, and we were just talking about an honor you received. You have also been the Caseworker of the Year. What was that like for you to get nominated and win that?
It was a great time in my career. The award was given to me by my peers. It was a great honor to receive that.
That's special when the people that you work with every day recognize what you do.
Yes.
So congrats on
Thanks.
that. Janet, what are your responsibilities with FCCS?
I am a supervisor of caseworkers. In fact, David is on my staff there at Children's Services. We're a part of West Region. And I supervise a team of 5, just to ensure that we continue the services that we should be doing with families and maintaining the accountability, of course, the paperwork.
The fun part, right?
Yes,
Right.
due dates, timelines, but just to make sure everyone feels supported in their line of work.
And why do you think it is so important? I mean, we do it once a year, but you should do it all year long in bringing awareness to this profession.
I believe bringing awareness to this profession is so important because we do so much when it comes to the community and keeping families strong and supporting families. And when we have strong families, then we have strong communities, we have strong cities, strong states. And so it's so important that the awareness comes to what we do so that we can also change the perception of what Children's Services does. We support families, we strengthen families, and that is so important to what we do.
And we know that sometimes, you know, we love to hear the positive stories, but there's not always positive when it comes to your line of work, is there?
That is true. Although we have a lot of success stories, we have many times that it just seems like a seed or it seems like there's no immediate reward, that there's times that people come back to say thank you, but then there's just those other times that the success you had hoped for, the reunification you had hoped for, does not take place. But there's still great stories that come out of that. There's permanency through, adoption or through kinship care. There's a lot of times that a family member will come and say, you know what, I'll take my family in, I'll take over the responsibilities. And so there's a big push for that. And so there's other stories. They may not always go back home. That's always our first desire. But then there's other families who are awaiting opportunity to adopt a precious child. And those opportunities do come at times.
And those are awesome to see. So
Absolutely.
I'm sure that's one of the best parts of your job.
Absolutely.
David, why do you think that caseworkers, social workers, why do you think what they do impacts the lives of these families so much?
Well, if you have if you're compassionate, you have a zest for working with families, and you're passionate about your community, then social work is definitely the field to be in. That's why I'm doing it. My father was a youth counselor, my mother was a nurse, so I have the roots of working community and just helping people, and that's why I enjoy being a social worker.
It's kind of been ingrained in you then since you were young,
Right.
to be able to help families stay together and everything, to be a success, right?
Correct.
So what changes have you seen over time in the way really FCCS focuses on serving families?
The biggest push over the last few years that I've seen is definitely the way we are involving kinship, and meaning that can be a family friend stepping up and taking placement of a child in need. Could be your aunt, an uncle, grandparents. We've seen a huge push for that, and it's been great for the children that we serve.
Janet, does Children's Services still need people to care for children, fosters, those kinds of things? Are you guys always looking for that help?
Absolutely. I think this is the greatest time for people who have a heart for children, and not just children, because we need those who have a heart for the whole family, that may want to mentor the parent. If there's some deficits, you help bring those skills to strengthen the whole family, So yes, we need great foster parents, adoptive parents to come forward. This is a great time to do that.
All right, and of course, if you want to get involved in social work, casework, you can obviously contact FCCS. All the info's on the screen. So thank you guys for being with me.
Thank you for having us.